In a previous video, I showed you how to create metrics from logs, and we created a metric that counted the number of 500 HTTP status logs the pipeline ingested in 1 minute. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a threshold for that metric and trigger an alert if that threshold has been breached. Let's go over and have a look at our pipeline. Here you can see our log2 metric that counts 500 logs. It creates a metric name called 5xx per minute. So the first thing I'm going to do is enter edit mode, and I'm going to create my threshold node. I can create it here. Expand analytics and select threshold. In this scenario, if I look at the total number of HTTP status logs that I get, I've determined that 23 logs, 500 error logs per minute would equate to about 1% of my traffic. And so that's the threshold that I'm going to set for this metric, 23. So I'm going to name this node 23 500s per minute. I specify a filter using an item name keyword, and that item name is the metric name .count. And then I specify a condition using the value keyword. So where the value of this item is greater than 23, the threshold metric, the threshold node is going to issue an alert about the item. I don't want it to go to the debug output. In this example, I'm going to add a webhook. I've got a URL for my webhook. I'm going to choose a suppression window of 20 minutes. This prevents the notification channel from being flooded for 20 minutes after receiving the first alert. So it's going to ignore that alert for 20 minutes. And then if it gets another one, it'll create another alert. I want to create a custom payload that my webhook will deliver. In this instance, it's a very simple static string. Here you can see more than 1% of the traffic has a 500 error in the past minute. I'm going to connect my threshold to my webhook, click review changes, and save changes. I'm going to give it a few minutes for some metrics to be generated and for that threshold to be reached. Alright, it's been a few minutes and I've received a message in the application that my webhook was connected to. In this instance, it's a Microsoft Teams channel, and you can see I've got a notification saying that I've got a high number of 500 errors. If you want to learn more, check out our docs, watch our other videos, or visit bitchdelta.com.